Hey, Antonious.
Yo.
You ready to get canceled from YouTube again?
Probably. Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. That's right, and hello. Welcome to another edition of the Night Party Podcast, where we leave it all on the cutting room floor. I'm, of course, joined by my part-time co-host. Well, more like 30 hours a week, just so we can get the benefits. Co-host, Antonious Montana, everybody.
Hey, thank you. I'm here for the bennies. What's up?
See, now, technically, because I sang the song with the band, Birthday Massacre, I think I'm kind of allowed to play it.
Yeah?
I mean, I was on stage with them for... What I mean by on stage, I had like at least one knee and I had her microphone.
Ah, okay. So you've been a part of the show.
A little bit.
You got
a little bit
of rights.
Oh, wait. Here comes the drop. Are you ready? Here comes the drop. Here we go. Plus, it kind of fits our whole theme for this. Not only does it synthwave and everything else, which we fell in love with as bed music and intros, but also because the intro to this song has a lot to do with the intro to this movie.
Oh, really?
Did you notice the video game sound?
Right.
That's what Fred Savage is playing in the beginning of the movie.
Oh,
that's
the baseball
a sample.
game. Okay.
Exactly. Oh, speaking of baseball, how could I forget H1N1 Zombies? Say hello.
Yo, what's up? Today's knife, I'm carrying the, which one is this? Hold on. Oh, my Spyderco Maximet Native 5. Good knife.
Cool. Actually, I've been on a Kershaw kick, dude. Every knife I've been buying recently is just...
I saw that, the new one.
Yeah. Also, I found like one of my old school ones, and I kind of gave it some WD-40, a little bit of rub love, and it's back in action. That's what I've been packing recently. What I've been going to the V-Town. And if I'm not mistaken, the Night Party Podcast on the Stop the Bike sponsor today is you.
That's me.
You chose this movie. Am I right on that one?
I 100% chose this movie. I wanted it. It was something that had to happen.
Good on you. So we're doing The Princess Bride. If you're driving your car or listening and you're going sleepies and you just don't know how to read. This movie is pretty special to me and a lot of other people. It's beloved.
Yeah.
This got a 98% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Lowball.
I think so. Because I'm like, who hates this movie enough to not give it over 60%?
I mean, it's probably like one dude.
I'm looking on it, and it's like down the board beloved. Like, There's not a one. And you know what's funny, though? Audience didn't give it as high as that.
Really?
Yeah, they give it a 94.
I thought the cult of loving this movie would be the ones driving that 98.
Yeah, well, you know what? A lot of people, like, for instance, some dude named Cobweb gave it a 70, which I don't even know. One person gave it a 63.
What?
Yeah, and this is all, like, recent shit.
Where do they live?
I don't know. We should make a list, like, kind of the movie... Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back, where we just make a list of all these people and punch them in the face and go and say, "As you wish, motherfucker." I don't know. I'd be down for that.
You're gonna need longer, blonder hair, and I'm gonna need to, get a green trench coat.
Well, maybe I have long blonde hair. It's just not on my face.
I'll bring the peanuts.
Would you like a peanut? I think that would be kind of inconceivable.
I keep using that word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
This movie is so quotable. It's got something for everybody. It's got, action, romance, giant rats, Andre the Giant.
Yeah.
Carrie Elwes at his hottest. Now, I'm not attracted to men, but
Don't lie. It's okay.
You're not attracted to the man butt?
Carrie Elwes in this movie is a sexy, sexy man. Let's just be honest
It's the
here.
black pants.
You think so?
Yeah, it's the mask. That's what did it.
You think so? Well, anyway, of course, I kill a lot of people. So there's not much to be said about this movie that hasn't been said. We could walk through the plot if we wanted to, but I'm pretty sure everyone that's seen this movie
Knows it verbatim, like we do.
Right, yeah.
So, I mean, we'll shoot through the plot a little bit, but let's just kind of like it's kind of like Shawshank Redemption. Like, we should just shoot through our favorite parts of the movie because honestly,
We're going to talk about the whole movie.
well, we are going to talk about the whole movie, but I mean, I have notes written down and I only had like 3 pages just for like some of the quotes. I'm like, why didn't you even write these down? I already know them.
Yeah.
So zombies, because this is your pick, I'm going to let you kind of lead this episode. All right. So
Sounds
training
good to me.
wheels are off, bitch. So first, what we're going to do, of course, we're going to start with the trailer. And unlike our last episode, Nick Neo, looking at you, we're actually going to play the trailer because you know why? The trailer actually has dialogue. But I'm not mad at him because, you know, not only is he a Stop the Bike member at only $20, remember, you can get your allocation of sweet, sweet gear 4 times a year, but also you get to pick a movie and be on the show if you would like. At our $5 membership, which is I got 5 kids to feed, you get to, if you would like, give a shout out and say, hey, I would like you to advertise my small business or my social media page, or just have a written message like Zach needs to shut the fuck up and get the 10-inch dildo out of his ass, because everyone knows I don't go beyond 5.5. And also you get Slimer episodes, and also at the I'd buy that for $1. You get H1 and N1 zombies in my and we have special guests once in a while on our Power Glove podcast.
Yes.
You love the Power Glove.
It's so bad.
That's right. You just keep your Power Gloves off her. And I think we're going to do the return of Shredder's Revenge on our next one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shredder's Revenge.
It's such a good game. Now that the DLC is coming out pretty soon, we got to pump it up a little bit.
Like, there's nostalgia baiting, and then there's that game. Just
Dude, exactly. And you know what? I miss couch co-ops, but we're not talking about video games today. We're talking about Princess Bride, so let's go ahead with the trailer, and then we'll F this pig, okay?
Yeah.
Send it.
I brought you a special present.
What is it? A book?
This is a special book. It was the book my father used to read to me when I was sick, and I used to read it to your father. And today, I'm going to read it to you.
I'll try and stay awake.
Wesley had no money for marriage, so he packed his few belongings and left the farm to seek his fortune across the sea. The law of the land gave Humperdinck the right to choose his bride.
The fabric will make the prince suspect the Gildarians have abducted his love.
You never say anything about killing anyone.
I just happened to look behind us and something is there.
He's obviously seen us with the princess and must therefore die. Pick up one of those rocks, get behind the boulder. The minute his head is in view, hit it with the rock!
I was not a sportsman.
I've got my country's 500th anniversary to plan, my wedding to arrange, my wife to murder. I'm swamped.
Jesus, Grandpa, what did you read me this thing for?
Well, who says life is fair? Where is that written? Fencing, fighting, chases, escapes, giants, monsters, torture, revenge, true love, miracles.
Look, I'm retired. I might kill whoever you wanted me to miracle.
He's already dead.
I'll take a look. Bring him in.
Billy Crystal.
The only time he's ever funny, by the way. I'm not a fan of Billy Crystal. I'm a fan of this movie. So let's go round robin. You're going to be mad at me. So I am going to use my wife as and my score together. This is her RoboCop.
Gotta be in the room. Gotta be in the room to rate it.
She gives it 101. She says this RoboCop. It's perfect. You can't change it. You can't make it any better.
Never mind. She has full rights to an opinion.
So I give it.
They have those already, bro.
Yeah, they have there's women's suffrage. They can vote and stuff. But we need to end women's suffering. No, nothing. Okay, moving on.
No, yep.
I give this a 99, and the only reason I give it a 99 is because there's so many movies that I give 100 that it's not fair to other movies. I can't just say, "Oh, I love it. It's 100%." So I'm giving it a 99. But but out of PG movies, I put this above Jaws, and I know that's saying something because Jaws is my favorite PG movie besides this movie. But I'm giving it a 99. I think that's quite fair. How say you?
So I too am going to give it a 99. And the only thing that's keeping it from 100 is the eels.
You don't like the freaking eels? That scene was good.
I love the eels, but it was not great practical effects.
Wait a minute.
And that's the only thing that drops it down for me. But literally everything else is perfect.
They scared you as a little kid too. Come on.
I was already watching slasher films as a kid. This is not scary.
Damn it.
Yeah, it really isn't. But I'm really surprised you don't like the eels.
It's just very. Oh God. It's just very obvious.
I told you we're getting canceled. So anyway, what you give this 100%? I take it.
I'm going to give it 100%. It's the perfect movie.
Someone's storming the castle right now?
Yeah. There are 3 perfect movies when it comes to fantasy or sci-fi. This is one of them.
Okay.
The other 2 are Fifth Element and Shrek.
Oh.
So Shrek?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
I will take no slander. No.
You've never seen Dragon Slayer or Excalibur?
I'm taking Shrek to Cinema Court to defend then.
Dude, but Excalibur is a movie. It's got fucking Jean-Luc Picard in it.
That's true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But does that Mike Myers?
He's Perseus. Fuck Mike Myers. Fuck him and fuck Mike Myers, dude.
Shrek is a great movie. Shrek is a perfect movie.
Okay, go rewatch So I Married an Axe Murderer and tell me he's good.
Shrek is good. I don't know if I'd really put it up with her perfect. I feel like the OG Clash of the Titans is better than Shrek.
Oh.
Not only perfect because it's just great.
Are we just talking fantasy? Not we're talking swords and sorcery, right? Only?
Right.
Okay, fine. Fifth Element's out then. But yeah, swords and sorcery, it's perfect.
What about Two Towers?
Oh,
no.
yeah.
Two Towers doesn't. No. Two Towers is not perfect because
it's too long.
Because it wasn't long enough. If we're going by the theatrical
cut. It wasn't long enough. Okay.
The theatrical cut,
2.5 hours, not long enough. Yeah, we need a solid 3.
Yes, it needed it. The extended version is the superior version.
Whoa! Don't say the word superior in our political climate right now. Don't cancel me again, bro. Okay, what about? All right, so you liked Excalibur, right?
Yeah.
You like Dragon Slayer, right?
Right.
Remember, I brought it to work, and you're like, "I've never seen this movie, but I love it." And the dragons look so good in it.
They do, yeah.
And the virgin sacrifice and all that cool stuff.
No, let's not do that.
No, never. I mean, that's why we don't have virgins around us.
You're afraid of getting slayed.
At least butt stuff, virgins. Hey, have you ever done? Okay, all right. We're gonna think of other. This is
Master. Do you like bread stuff?
So, dude, we're gonna have T-shirts out soon. But I agree with you. This is my favorite swords and sorcery kind of movie. It hits every great nerve, even though it's tongue in cheek. The sword plays great in it. One of my favorite scenes is there's something you don't know. What's that? I'm left-handed, or I'm not left-handed. Those kind of scenes just make this movie so good. Or the to the pain scene, all that good stuff.
Oh yeah.
So we'll get into that in a second. So let's just go over this. We didn't give, of course, our last episode that kind of due diligence because there's a lot of unknowns in 2001, but not in here. We have Carrie Elwes as his best. Now, a lot of people listening, if they don't know this episode, maybe they're too young or whatever. Think Saw, the first one. The main character that's chained to the ground, that's Cary Elwes. He's kind of a man of a thousand faces. He's in a bunch of movies, and you're like, that's Cary Elwes?
Right.
He was in the live-action Jungle Book. Not the new one.
The one that came out in 94?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Was he the Great White Hunter?
No, he was the army commander guy.
There's there's also a bunch of TV shows, like especially dramatic ones, where I'm like, oh my God, there's Cary Elwes, like doing his Cary Elwes thing, and I didn't even like recognize that was him.
Well, every time I recognize him, I'm like, oh, it's Wesley.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm the same way. He'll forever be Wesley Wesley for me. Or the Dread Pirate Roberts, depending on, Do you think he got 2 paychecks?
No, I don't think so. Yeah.
Well, SAG rules are kind of weird. For instance, did you know that Acclaim and Aki and all those other video game companies had to give Mick Foley 3 paychecks? One for Mankind, one for Cactus Jack, and one for Dude Love.
Oh, yeah, because they are technically 3 different characters.
Yeah.
3 different intellectual properties.
Right, exactly.
3 different likenesses, 3 different songs, everything else. So he made out like a fucking bandit. One of the reasons why he didn't retire was to stay in the 2K games, just so he got 3 paychecks.
Oh, it's smart.
Smart motherfucker, dude.
Yeah.
And they have to, that's why on the new 2K games, they only have one version of Mankind, because they're like, we see what you're doing here.
Right.
No Dude Love. No Cactus Jack.
Who was your favorite face of Foley?
Oh, Mankind, for sure.
Probably Mankind.
Okay, early or late Mankind?
Mankind,
Ooh.
Undertaker, Hell in a Cell. That
Okay,
version.
so corporate. My favorite will always be Texas Deathmatch, New Japan Foley, because that's when he actually did moves instead of just falling down off things and exploding in barbed wire.
That's why we love watching him.
Yes, there we go. Well, I mean that, and we like the bang bang and all the other stuff.
Oh yeah.
Do you know where he got the bang bang from?
No.
Ramstein.
He was in a match. This is back in 1993. He was in a match, and he was fighting Nunoki, I think, and he had Love Shack stuck in his head. So he went bang, bang, bang on the door, baby. While I was waiting to see if the referee, he was okay.
Yeah.
And then he just started doing bang, bang, like all of a sudden. And
Bang, bang.
Yeah, so there you go. Anyway, back to this movie. So we got Cary Elwes, obviously. We have Robin Wright, who plays Buttercup. What is your favorite movie with her besides this, though?
House of Cards.
Probably Forrest Gump.
Oh, my God. Was she Jenny?
Jenny.
Oh, dude.
If we're going movie, yeah, Forrest Gump thing.
Yeah.
Of course, we have Ingo Montoya, who looks totally different now, but
Mandy Patinkin.
Yes, and he was in a lot of dramatic TV shows, etc.
Right.
You know what's funny? Cary Elwes was, if I'm not mistaken, was in an episode of Scrubs that my wife is rewatching that series.
Yeah. I think he's in an episode. He was also in Psych for a few episodes.
Yeah, she likes that show too.
Yeah.
So he was in a lot of those kind of tongue-in-cheek, dramatic, but yet comedy.
That's where he fits.
Yeah. Well, I did really like him in horror. I mean, he's not only in he's in a bunch of movies. We'll get into it in a second. And of course, we have Chris Shelton as Prince Humperdinck. I don't remember him too many movies besides that.
Right.
We have Wallace Shawn, who is that face. You don't know his name, but you know his face. He plays the Sicilian.
Vizzini.
Yeah,
he was in Clueless and stuff.
Yeah,
there was some Disney Channel original movie where the kid was pretending someone else was his dad because he was embarrassed by.
By the way, we got a request for Clueless. I'm not even lying.
Was it your wife?
It may have been somebody else that has a vagina that listens to the show. That's not my wife.
Oh.
She's not a member, so I can't name her of the Stop the Bike, but I'm like, fuck, that is a great movie. And then my wife's like, if you're going to do that, you got to do Jawbreaker. And I'm like, that actually is a dark movie. I mean, it's got Rose McGowan and Marilyn Manson in it.
Oh, I'm down.
Oh, damn. Did you know that Cary Elwes has been in a lot of shit?
A lot of shit.
A lot of rotten shit, too. Not that I think it's bad, but, he was in the Justice League?
What?
Yeah!
What?
I don't know.
Okay.
All right. Damn, man, he's made a lot of... All right, he was in Twister? Oh, dude.
I guess he's more of a character actor than like a main actor.
Twister is on the list of cinema courts because I actually like that movie.
I was going to say, like, who's defending Twister? You?
I like that movie. I actually do. And it's got a Van Hagar song in it.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, I'll prosecute.
Over that? Okay, anyway, I think we talked enough about the cast and crew. Besides the fact that we did not mention...
Did we?
Well, I mean, we have Andre the Giant, who, by the way, I don't know if you know this, but when Buttercup falls and he catches her, that caused an injury because Andre was like dying at that point.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he could barely carry her. And her falling like really fucked him up because this is when Vince McMahon said, I'll pay for all your surgeries if you give me 5 more years on your contract and you only have to wrestle like every 3 months.
Yeah.
And he said no because God wouldn't want me to lose my pituitary gland because that's what he made me. It was like a peanut. So yeah, he refused to because and more there's a whole documentary about Andre about he would drink like a case of wine like it was a 6-pack of beer,
right,
and about how he would
like 18 lobsters or something like that.
When he was in Japan, he had to shit in bathtubs because there was like there's nowhere I'm pooping. He had like fans wash his back because he couldn't. There's like, I mean, Andre was also like, everyone has these great stories about him, but he's also a piece of shit, just like most males. He died really young, so everyone looks at him and he goes, "Oh, he was an old man." Nope, he wasn't. He died super young.
No, he was young. Although, fun fact: while filming this movie, there was a scene. I guess he was having some digestive issues. And he ended up having like a 16-second fart that like the cameras were rolling. And so they caught the whole thing. And like everybody just like stopped and Rob Reiner had to go up and be like, "Are you okay, big guy?"
Dude.
Like,
he actually would have for real fart contests with Vince McMahon. Like they could say, Vince would go, "God damn it. The boss, get in here!" And then Vince would pull down his pants, have his anus showing, and just go. And then he would go, "I'll get you back." And then he used to call him Junior.
Oh, yeah.
Like Vince Jr. Yeah, anyway. All right, so that's all the stuff we got. If you guys have anything else before we should jump into this?
No, let's jump into it.
All right, here we go.
That's the episode, just us doing...
To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair.
Fuck, that was even better. That was better. God fucking damn it. Fucking damn it.
Because you barely curse on the show, I had to have you on there twice.
Okay, I'm cool with it.
So we're starting off, as you guys know, if you've seen this before, Fred Savage I think this is pre-Wonder Years, right? Because this came out 87, I want to say. It was filmed 86.
I remember watching The Wonder Years thousands of years ago when it was on TV. I don't remember it at all.
What the fuck are you talking about? Wonder Years is one of the greatest series of all time.
Not going to rewatch it.
Yeah, I do know this. Fun fact about Wonder Years, it aired off the Super Bowl, and because it was hitting nostalgia of people watching the Super Bowl, it became like a instant hit. It was kind of like what the 70s show did, but better. I love the Wonder Years, dude. That fucking show rules. And yes, a young Zach became a man after watching Winnie Cooper.
Oh, God.
Hey, dude, she was a year older than me. You can't get mad at it. Obviously, I watch it now and don't go, oh, but I am saying, though, if you see Danica McKellar now, Jesus Christ, I want to hang out and do math with her. She's a mathematician. You didn't know.
No, I actually did. She's actual, very smart sciencey.
One thing about the opening scene, not only did we get that Birthday Massacre song on his Nintendo game, his Atari game. Actually, it was Atari 2600.
I thought that was Nintendo.
No, he had the joystick controller. It was definitely Atari.
It was Atari 2600, I think.
Oh,
because the Atari 2600 it came out within a week of my birthday. So this would be about the time that would be in vogue.
Yeah.
So anyway. The fun thing about this scene is look around this room and see all the toys and shit that I had.
Oh, okay.
Like, he's got, a Rock Lord. He's got a couple of, Decepticons. And he's got a couple of, Masters of the Universe in there. And I'm like, holy shit, this is the room I had, but just cleaner. when I was like, 5 years old. But of course, he's a little bit older here. He's got this, flu or cold or whatever. And, his grandfather comes in to read him a story. And that's kind of where it begins. Now, did you guys know that this book that he reads him was actually the real book?
Yeah.
The book came out in 1973. And a bunch of movie studios were trying to grab at this story for a long time, and they just couldn't figure it out. They didn't know if they wanted to make it serious or if they wanted to make a romantic comedy, and then it just kind of all fell together with the cast and the director and everything else like that.
Rob Reiner was like,
we'll
do both.
Rob Reiner goes, let's do them both. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Which
He's
is
good at that.
And the sets, as cheesy as they are, they work.
They do, yeah.
Because some of the sets are cheesy, like during the sword fights and the castle scenes, but the other sets, like when they're on the water, and we'll forgive the eels and the swamp of fire, but that cheese works. It's like kind of like Spinal Tap. Wait, didn't Rob Reiner do Spinal Tap?
I think he did.
I think he did. Yeah, because that came out in '82. Anyway, yeah, it's got that '80s cheese, but it's kind of wink, wink, nod, nod, breaking kayfabe, the fourth wall, going, we know.
Yeah.
At no point does it look bad, though. Just because it's low budget doesn't mean it looks bad.
Right.
So the grandpa starts telling him the story, and, the kid at first doesn't want to hear it. Savage's character, I don't even think they give him a name. I think he's just called the kid. I could be wrong.
I don't remember.
Yeah, because he calls him, like, kiddo and stuff like that, like, the whole time.
But he really builds up the book. He goes like, I was read to this when I was a boy and I was sick, and I read to your father and this and that, and my father before him. And we cut in, and it kind of just is like, boom, smash cut to the story. He's like, blah, 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 blah. Ah, here it is, The Princess Bride. So, which is kind of funny because I don't know, my wife loves this book and the story. I'm sure that there's an interlude, a preface, if you will, that he just totally skips, because he totally does skip it and goes, here we go, The Princess Bride.
Yeah.
Like, fuck the author's notes. We're going to get straight into this. Anyway, so we see Buttercup and Wesley. I guess Buttercup is some kind of, like, royalty or aristocracy.
I don't know if she owns the land there. Or...
Yeah.
Because Wesley's
just
like
her family's land.
Because Wesley's a stable hand. He's, like, really poor.
Right.
So she's like peasant level. He's just serf.
Right.
Yeah, he's tied to the land.
I would say she's beyond peasant, because they have many a horse, and I remember having like 2 horses. Like I know this just from being obsessed with medieval shit. If you had 2 horses to a family, that was like having 2 cars paid off. You know what I mean? And not paying like a loan on it. So that was kind of wealthy. But anyway, she kind of tortures him a little bit, and he always goes, as you wish.
Yep.
And it's like sexy Carrie Elwes-ness. And then finally, like, she succumbs to his charms, and
eventually she figures out what he was trying to say was, I love you.
Exactly. If you want to do the grandpa part the whole time.
I am not going to do the grandpa part the whole time.
I mean, you got a more fierce beard than he had.
Well, I definitely do.
Yes, you do. I mean, do you want me to continue reading?
Keep going. You got notes and shit, man. You're good.
No, I was making a goddamn step on my fucking humor and everything.
He was referencing the movie?
Yeah! So, anyway, he leaves right when she kind of like succumbs to him and says like, oh, we're going to have a romance. That's when he goes, I can't afford to marry you. I got to leave and find my fortune.
Right.
And then news of his death arrives to her. Typical Dracula story, right? But anyway, take over for a second. Oh yeah, he's kidnapped on the boat, correct?
No, they originally thought that he was dead because the dread pirate Roberts is known to not take any prisoners, and she starts mourning him. And then, come to find out, the Prince
Wesley.
No,
sorry.
Humperdinck. Yeah, Prince Humperdinck decides, I need to take a bride, and you're single. Wesley's dead, so you're going to be my new bride. And she's kind of just, I'm sad and whatever. I'm going along with it.
But why? Hold on. Here's one thing that bothers me. Why does he want to kill her so bad?
Because he's trying to start a war.
Is that really why?
Gilderland or whatever. Yeah.
Gilder.
Okay. I mean,
who's Gilder?
You never
the
even
country across the sea.
You've never okay. I kind of never minded that because I'm so obsessed with her longing to commit suicide that it always threw me that like, does he want her to commit suicide so he can go, I did it? I don't know.
Well, at the end, that's different. I know in the beginning was to whole start the war with Gilder and
right.
Like, do you think Humperdinck falls in love with her at a certain point and says,
no, he definitely never loves her.
Definitely never loves her.
Do you think he's gay for the six-fingered man? I mean, he's got 6 fingers.
Where's that extra finger?
Oh, dude, you know exactly where that extra finger is.
I don't want to know where the extra finger is.
Okay, so hey guys, we had a little issue there. We had our stuff break out, but the good news is that this episode is a lot longer than we thought it was going to be. We thought it was going to be like our normal runtime of about an hour and 10 minutes, maybe an hour and 20 minutes, and it went to like a 2+ hour episode. So we're going to go ahead and wait till the next few days. You know how we do Mondays and Fridays. And you'll get the rest of it. I still have the crew here, and we're just going to do like a post little wrap up here. So I don't know. Part 1 was pretty good.
It was, yeah.
I enjoyed part 1.
Part 2 gets a little bit more silly.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Part 2 is going to be a lot longer. Part 1 is going to be running about like I think I clocked it in like 42 or some minutes like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so the longer one's going to be the second one.
Part 2 is like an hour and a half. So, but we had to do it justice.
It's not a bad thing. I'm just letting you know now.
Yeah, we could have put them together, and I thought that would have been sufficient. But I mean, for how long of a runtime and how much we had to talk about this movie, it seemed like unjust to just cut it and splice it. So anyway, be prepared for part 2. Thank you for listening to Knife Party Pod. I, of course, am your host, Zach Evergreen, here with H1N1 Zombies and also Antonious Morgan. Remember, we are on the Podbean app at theknifeparty.com. Remember our Patreon, patreon.com Knife Party Pod. And all that other good shit. Remember, for $1 you could join the party. For $5 you get shout outs and extra episodes, and for $20 you get to actually be a part where you get to suggest videos, get merch, and all the other good stuff. You guys have anything to plug right now while we're here?
No, just oh yeah, well I did have my friend I wanted to plug.
Why you look that up? Let's go back to
I got it right here.
Okay.
Yeah. Follow my friend Tevin Thompson. She's a local.
Devin
creator.
Townsend is your friend.
Like
Tevin Thompson.
Tevin Thompson.
Yeah, Tev.
Okay,
Instagram.
I thought you said Heavy Debbie. Okay,
no. She's a local director, so check out her stuff. She's pretty cool.
I've been in 2 of her movies, and only one time did we do anal.
She doesn't make those kind of movies.
Oh, we're talking about a different person.
Yes. What did you do with Devin Townsend?
Also,
you don't want to know. All right, Antonious Morgan, anything to plug real quick?
Yeah, my band Peregrine. We're recording an album right now. Should be released in a couple of months.
And I think I may have said this before, but your first live cast I'm trying to have here, but apparently you need your own equipment.
Yeah.
All right, fuck off, everybody. We love you, and remember to check us out on everything I just mentioned. Fuck, if you're listening to this, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and tell a friend. And tell your mama and your grandma and your auntie that I'm single. No, I mean to like and subscribe. All right, good night, everybody.
See ya.
Be kind, press pause, and do the next intro.